It's that game and the film breakdown I'm not looking forward to doing. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, week 4, fourth time I'm doing some film breakdown. It was not as bad week 1. Week 2 got worse. Week 3 got worse. And now we're breaking this down. I took some notes, side notes. I'll talk about it after we, break this down. Again, I try to keep it under 45 minutes. A lot of you guys say, I don't care. Make it as long as you want. But making an hour-long film breakdown is just, it's too much. Too much. But we're going to jump into this. I try not to delve too much on bad things, but it's a bad game. So let's jump into this, minimize myself, and jump right into the film breakdown. So unfortunately, we're going to start with a play that is common with the theme of today. And it was common with the theme of Jacoby Brissett last week, with him staring down receivers, pumping it, and not just trusting himself, I guess you could say, because Jacoby Brissett doesn't have a bad arm. It's just he's slow to process and he's slow to trust it. And in this play, we have Matt Collins here, right? And it's surprising that Matt Collins gets in. He's going to go up, in, and then out. And then he actually turns up the field a little bit. And this is the player we should keep an eye on. Because when I play it, I'll show you exactly when Jacoby Brissett should have thrown it, right? He's plants his feet, right? He's looking here at Adam Shaheen. Throw it. I don't understand. This guy's flat-footed. He's chasing him down. Throw it. Throw the pass right now. But he doesn't. And I don't understand why he doesn't throw this pass, right? Now he's looking over here. These guys are completely covered. Then he's looking here at Matt Collins doing that in and then out route. And he pumps it. Throw it. 2 times. And this is the second play of them being on offense. Second play of the game. Throw it. The whole time I was watching this game, I was screaming, throw the ball. And right there's a prime example of him throwing it. I'll show it again. Shaheen in motion. Boom. Looks at Shaheen. Throw it. Looks at Mac. Boom. He's got his guy planted. He's behind him. Chuck the ball to him. He can bounce it upfield. The safety is running this way. You're going to get a ton of yardage over here. Throw it. He pumps. Then decides, I'm going to run on my own. I think he gets the first down, but this is the theme you're going to see from Jacoby Brissett. It's the same theme we saw from Jacoby Brissett last week. Just throw the ball. Another play where he decides that he wants to take the underneath route, right? You're going to have the tight end run this route. I think this is Waddle's going to come up, run this route. This is the same play that I saw Tua run, and he tries to hit Waddle here. But what Jacoby Brissett does is Jacoby Brissett doesn't even attempt, it seems, to look at that route, right? Sorry, here was Waddle was the outside, right? You got the tight end right here, but you also have Waddle right here. And he's looking at the tight end the entire time. Soon as he hands that ball off, he's looking at the tight end. At no point does he look at Waddle running this route, right? Play action here. Sees the free rusher come. Terrified. More yardage. Instead of, a dump down here, which it's going to be, and you got, the linebacker coming up here, you got a first down, but he's going to dump it off. And better yet, if we really look at it, by the time he decides to throw it, I don't know if you see this. You got Will Fuller right here. He's going to be running over here. Will Fuller. And look at when he throws the ball, right? Just throw it here. Look anywhere but the check down. Like anywhere but here, you had Will Fuller. You drop it here, Will Fuller's going to catch that and potentially take it upfield. But he just goes right to the check down. So he could have hit Waddle or he could have hit Will Fuller and just throws to the check down. I'm going to give him credit. I crap on Jacoby Brissett a lot, but on this play, he makes the play that I wanted him to for the two previous plays, right? You have Will Fuller here. He's going to run a deep, I think I call this a post, but people tell me it's not a post. He's running deep one of these, and you have Waddle, who runs a deep in route, curl route, sorry. But then he kind of starts to move out here once Jacoby Brissett breaks the pocket. But what Jacoby does, and this is what I wanted him to do the other two downs, is he throws it to the deeper man. He throws it to Waddle, Fuller, who's the deeper pass right here. Right? So he has time in the pocket. Liam Eichenberg gets beat. He feels it. So he's like, I'm going to run. At this point, you had Devontae Parker here. Probably got to hit him. Maybe would have bounced it upfield. He's not ready to plant and go after him. Could have got the first down. You also have Waddle here, and then you have Fuller, who hasn't even began his cut to the sideline. So he avoids the pressure, steps up. And at this point, you have everyone open for potential, right? Now Fuller is looking for the ball, and he's now starting to make his break to the sideline. Waddle already found the empty spot in the zone. He's ready for the pass. Same thing with Devontae Parker, and same thing with Gesicki. He now can throw it anywhere he wants. And me thinking from the other two passes and what I saw last week, he's going to drop it off here to Devontae Parker and try to get something. But you can see how butt naked open Will Fuller is heading towards the sideline. So does he. So he lets it fly. And it's a great play. But unfortunately, there's a penalty, and it gets brought back. So when Jacoby Brissett makes a great play, the offensive line lets him down. But I wanted to show that. It didn't count, but he has the capability of making the plays, and that's why I get on him so much, and that's why I'm so critical of him. And I'm going to talk about him more because there's some touchdown plays that he missed. But I'm so because he's not, a rookie. He's not a second-year rookie. He's a vet. And he needs to do better. If we want to win, he needs to do better. This play here is a combination of Brissett just not letting it rip, and I don't know what the offensive coordinators were thinking running this wide receiver route. So you're going to have Gesicki here running an out route. I think this is, you're going to have Albert Wilson coming in running a curl route. You're going to have, I think this is Devontae Parker running a crossing route. And then you're also going to have, I think this is Will Fuller running an out route. So essentially, you're going to have 4 wide receivers in the same vicinity. You don't spread the ball out. You don't spread the routes out. You're going to have 4 wide receivers in the same vicinity. Why would you think that's a good thing? And I'll show you exactly what I mean, because at some point, he could have hit somebody for a first down here because it's long because of the penalty from the play before. But you'll see what I'm talking about, right? We'll let the play roll. So he runs before the pressure gets to him. Austin Jackson is a revolving door of a left tackle, but this is why Malcolm Brown played a lot in this game. I know a lot of people wanted Myles Gaskin, but Malcolm Brown played a lot because of how bad Austin Jackson is. So he starts running before he has to. He doesn't really have to run here, and that kind of screws up the blocking scheme for these guys because he starts to run outside, and instead of making that pocket for the quarterback, it's now the pocket kind of has to shift with him. So he starts running before he has to. And again, you look, there's 3 guys. Here's Gesicki, here's Fuller, and here's Albert Wilson in the same vicinity. And here comes Devontae Parker to join them. But again, no one's really open. No one's looking for their route, so he can't really throw the ball yet. But at this point, plants his feet, let it rip right here, or let it rip right here. Put the ball right here, and that could be something. Just let it rip. But again, 4 wide receivers in the same vicinity. But he tries to avoid this sack instead of letting it rip here or letting it rip here, because this would have been a big play. And then he tries to make something work. But again, why are you making a route combination where all of your wide receivers are in the same vicinity? It doesn't make any sense to me. This play here, he gets a little razzle-dazzled, frazzled, and forces a play to the wrong guy. So this is essentially, empty set. He's got Gesicki here. He's got Devontae Parker here. He's got Myles Gaskin here. And he's got Adam Shaheen here. And it's verts, essentially. Shaheen's going to be running Gaskin. Wow, my brain is running a vert. And everyone else, an in route, everyone else is running goes. They're just running down the field. He chooses the wrong guy. He has a ton of time in the pocket. I'll show you when he throws it, right? So you have Gesicki, he's running out, and he's going up against someone much smaller than him. You have Durham Smythe here, Adam Shaheen here, Devontae Parker, Gesicki, like I said, and Gaskin coming across the middle. Look at the time he has in the pocket. They're only sending 3. Let it develop, man. But he forces it here, which I could see why, right? It'll be the first down, throw it to the outside, right? Throw it to his outside. But you also have Devontae Parker here. Throw it to his outside. You have Gesicki here going up against someone so much smaller than him. Throw it here. You have the safety already coming over. Throws it a little too much to the inside if you threw it to the outside. But you have these 2 one-on-ones over here. This isn't the play to make. That's not the play to make. In my mind, that's not the play to make. Because of how he's covered. Obviously, he's, but when have you ever seen Adam Shaheen go up for something like that? Like, what makes him think that, and again, throw it more towards the hash, maybe he makes this play, but you have the one-on-ones out here. Hell, you have the one-on-one over here. Look at the size difference on these guys. It's just the wrong play in my mind. And I'm pretty sure if we look at it at another angle, we'll see that if he throws it more to the inside, this is probably a catch here. Yeah. Because he beat him. So I could see what his thought process is, but he throws it too late. Just throws it too late. Boom, throw it. Just a little too late. Allows for the safety or the linebacker to catch up. This is a 3rd down play, and it's just Jalen Phillips, if you guys remember, for the first 3 weeks, I've been hearing some people say, where is he? Why is he on the field? Is he playing? I'm not seeing him. He's a bust, This is the game that he shut a lot of people up, because I think he was 2nd in the NFL on pressure and in this week. And just, this is one of the plays, and I have a few more that I want to talk about. But Emmanuel Ogbah is going to get the sack here, but all day he's been just pushing 79 back. Emmanuel Ogbah gets the sack. He completely makes the right tackle look stupid. But Jalen Phillips, like I said, I got a few more plays to show. So this is the play that I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the image of on Twitter. But essentially, Jalen Waddle over here is going to be running a crossing route. Devontae Parker is going to be running pretty much a go route. It's going to be play action to Ahmed, who's going to come around here. Jacoby Brissett has all the time in the world to make this play develop, and he misses a wide open Waddle for, it would have been a huge chunk yardage. And like I said, this is a theme for this video, and this is a theme for Jacoby Brissett, because I will show you when he throws the ball to the check down. All right, we'll let the play develop. You can see Waddle coming across the middle. The man has time and a half. They kept the blockers in. You see Shaheen over here, they're sending 4, but we kept in about 90. Ton of time, right? And he's looking at Devontae Parker. Just throw it at that point, because the man's open. Just throw it at that point. But he waits, right? And he hops. Now he's looking, it seems like he's looking at Waddle. Throw it. There is nobody near him. Worst case is the home player is going to smack the ball down. But what does he decide to do? He decides to dump it down to Ahmed. Look at this. You drop it here, he's got a ton of space. He has to make one guy miss for a touchdown. Drops that off. Look at this. I'll even circle it. I'll circle it in red. Look at this. That's what costs us games. Because even if I go back a little bit, and when he still has the ball in his hand, right, and he's looking at him, you can see he's trying to look at the plays develop. He does that pat, drops back, pats the ball, and it's like, stop patting the ball and flip and throw it to the man. He's looking at it, waiting for it. He isn't. Just throw it. Just for the love of God, throw it. But no, what does he do? Check down. And we're still up 3-0. But that puts us up 10-0, possibly. This is a play that we saw Tua run against the Patriots. And you have Devontae Parker here. He's going to be running a post route. And you have, I think this is Waddle here. He's going to be running an out route. And a lot of times we saw it, like I said, with Tua, where he would look him open. And he would look at the out, open his shoulders to the out, and have this guy bite down on the out, leaving Parker over the top open. So what Tua would do a lot is, he would look at the out and then throw it to Parker on the in. And I just want to mind you that this is the drive where we don't go for the field goal. This is the drive where we try to offside them and then decide to punt to play field position, like me and Big O were talking about. But if you see here, he just instantly throws it to the check down, right? But look at Parker. Look at why. Just why. I need to know the rationale of him to not throw it. Hell, look at Shaheen. But he has real estate and he doesn't even give it a chance. Like, pump it. You love pump faking. Pump fake there. Drive him in. Throw it over the top to Devontae Parker. You got all this real estate. He's got to make one guy miss. It's going to be redundant, but it's these opportunities that kill me. These are the plays, and it's going to make a lot of people go, I told you so. These are the plays that I wish we had one of the elite arms in the NFL, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, those elite arms in the NFL that just can rocket it. Heck, I wish we had Dan Marino on this play, because essentially Gesicki's just going to run a streak route. Like, there's nothing more to it. He's just running. Go, essentially. And you'll see here that Jacoby Brissett, pocket to him breaks down. Drop it off here, just throw the ball here. You got the defender here. Just throw that ball. He thought about it. You saw him think about it, and you see Gesicki still going. Doesn't need to run, but he decides to run. And like I said, this is where I wish we had that strong arm quarterback, because I don't think Tua, I don't think Brissett, I don't think many quarterbacks can make this throw, but you see Gesicki down here with his hand up on the run to your right. So he's not running to his left and has to throw across his body. He's rolling to his right. If this is one of those elite quarterbacks that we all wish we had, this is a touchdown. He is hitting because he's looking. The safety's caught looking at the quarterback. He is a touchdown all day, every day. But he throws it here. I think we eventually do get the first down here. But again, this ends up being the drive where we attempt to get him offside. So I'm showing this play because of the center. This isn't Dieter. This is Maines. And if you don't know, the Dolphins did go out and sign a center. I'll talk more about him tomorrow in my breakdown of the Bucs game. But the Dolphins did go out and they did grab themselves a center. We'll see what he does. Again, I'll do more of a breakdown here. But you see here, this is what you don't want from your center, especially on a run play. And I'll let you know exactly at what point you don't want this. Right there. The line of scrimmage is here. And as soon as he snaps that ball, he gets pushed back about 2 yards here. Now, you're handing the ball off to Ahmed, and you need a lane here or here. But this defensive tackle, and I think this is Buckner, so it makes sense, just pushes the center all the way back into the running back. And at that point, there's nothing you can do. That is a lot of why the run game for the Dolphins is just not working, is because of the interior of the offensive line getting blown back off the snap. And all of a sudden, your running back has nowhere to go. You're not creating lanes because you're 2 or 3 yards back. Whereas if you look at some of the run plays, the vice versa, our defense is getting blown back and their offensive line is pushing forward. It needs to be fixed. So this is Jalen Phillips' first sack. And it's just, you see the kid's motor. I think he should be played more just as a pure pass rusher. I don't like that they have him drop back into coverage because he is consistently getting pressure on the quarterback and has that high motor. But you'll see here, just completely pushes 79 out of the way. You also have Sam McGuavin on a stunt on the inside. And they do run a lot of stunts here. But he sheds 2 blockers. 2 blockers. Chases him down and gets half the sack with Sam McGuavin. But you just see, again, if you go back and watch him here, they think Baker's going to be coming in. He's dropping back. So both of these guys are going to be blocking him. And he sheds them both to get after the quarterback. This is the play that broke Fuller's hand. He's going to essentially be running a curl route. And just an absolute horrid throw by Jacoby Brissett. Essentially breaks his finger. And that's what drives me nuts. He wasn't rushed. He didn't have to rush the throw, right? He's in motion. He was on his right. Boom. Playing his feet. He's staring down his man like he loves to do. And he's throwing it. But he throws it so low in the dirt that Jacoby Brissett goes down and tries to make a play and ends up breaking his finger. Show you at another angle. He's not rushed. He's got all the time in the world. But Jacoby Brissett's trying... Will Fuller's trying to help us get that first. Ends up breaking his finger. Now he's week to week. So this is a 3rd and long. And this receiver here is essentially going to be running an out at the first down marker. And the Miami Dolphins are running zone. And I hate zone. Essentially, Byron Jones here is playing off. He's playing all of the corners are playing the first down marker because it's 3rd and long. You're not don't give up the first down. Looks like they're sending pressure. They're not sending pressure because once the ball is snapped, you'll see pretty much everyone drops back. So they only send 4. They drop everyone back. You have, McCourty here, Jerome Baker here. You're going to have Javon Holland drop back to single high safety position. They're playing zone. There's a zone here. There's a zone here. They're all playing zone. And what this receiver does, like I said, he runs an out, is Byron Jones thinks he's running a go route. He's not. So now he has to hurry up and come back to it. Is Baker supposed to be over more? I don't know, but it just leaves him wide open and for an easy conversion on a 3rd and long. And that is the thing. It seems like a lot of what's going on with our 3rd down defense is discipline. Because last year we were one of the best on 3rd down defenses, and now we're one of the worst. And it seems like a lot of it has to do with discipline. Again, this is another play where I'm just going to glorify our 18th overall pick and Jalen Phillips, because he's, as the year goes on, he's coming more and more into his own, and I can see him getting a lot of sacks this year. He gets taken out, I noticed, for Brendan Scarlett, and sometimes they'll move him to the other side over here. So they'll swap Ogba over here and move him over. But sometimes he comes out for Scarlett. Sometimes he comes out for Van Ginkel. When he comes out for Andrew Van Ginkel, that makes sense. But when he comes out for Brendan Scarlett, it doesn't make sense to me. And if you say, well, maybe for the running downs, look at what he does here on this rundown. They're going to hand this ball off to Mac. And just great stop by him. And you'll see in the next play I talk about that he has such a high motor that he's consistently helping plays that are about 10-5 yards behind him. So here is Phillips. He's got his hand down in the dirt. They're sending 4. Going to be a crossing route. He's going to hit him for the crossing route. Jalen Phillips was up here trying to get the sack, right? Crossing route to number 14. He's making spins. This is Jalen Phillips here. This is Jalen Phillips here. Again, keep an eye on Phillips. I'll keep my mouse on him. There he is. The pass gets thrown. There's Jalen Phillips. There's Jalen Phillips. There's Jalen Phillips. Comes down and helps. He didn't need to, right? The 2 guys were going to eventually make the tackle. But you just see what he does. And this isn't the first time he's done that. Again, Jalen Phillips. And there he goes all the way down and helps. He doesn't need to do that. They were going to make the tackle, but that's just the high motor and the type of player we picked in the 18th overall pick. I know we wanted Najee Harris, but I do like the pick that we got in Jalen Phillips. So this is the touchdown run play. And I don't know if it's because the Colts took Hines here and motioned him out, which brought Nick Needham over to the other side, and it's going to be a man on a man. You know, you're going to have these 5 guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get blocked by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these 2 guys are kind of, you know, waiting to see what happens, but it's the plays happening on the complete opposite end of where they are. So again, you're going to have Hines in motion, it's man coverage, so then you're going to have Nick Needham following him. It's a hat on a hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no one can shed their blocks. And there's just a lane. No one could shed their blocks. Touchdown. Also, horrible tackle over there by Eric Rowe. That's how that touchdown happened. Just good motion by the Colts, man on man. No one could shut their blocks. Touchdown. This is a play where, again, Jacoby Brissett, and at this point, I think the Dolphins are down 14-3, if I'm remembering correctly. Or no, 7-3. Yeah, I think it's 7-3 here. But he has Devontae Parker running an out route, or like a deep post to the sideline, and just doesn't throw right there. You're looking at him. At this point, right, your feet are planted. You could throw it to about 4 different people at this point. Here's the first down marker. You could throw it to about 4 different people. You could throw it right here. 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 This one you can't really throw because he's on him. You can't really throw that one. But you have 4 different open receivers that you could throw it to. Both your feet are planted. You got your arm ready to throw. Throw the ball. To me, I'm throwing it to Devontae Parker. His defender has his back to him. He's ready for it. He can cut this sucker upfield. There's no one. This is a potential touchdown here. Again, we're down 7-3. There's been so many times. There's 2 different drives that I showed you guys. We could have been up 17-7. Right here, he throws this pass that goes up the field for a touchdown, and the other passes I showed that he missed, Dolphins would be up 17-7. That completely changes the dynamic of the offense that the Colts need to run, and it changes what the Dolphins defense can do, having such a high lead of 10 points. But what does he do? This is what he does. He runs, and eventually he throws it while getting hit, and it's a bad pass. This play here, we have Jalen Phillips. I told you Jalen Phillips had a very breakout game, and I know it doesn't show on his only half sack, but again, you got to watch it because he's going to be doing a stunt here where he's going to be coming to the inside. And stunts used to get the Dolphins all the time. Still do. But you'll see that his stunt forces Carson Wentz out, and he dumps the ball off, and they only get about 3 or 4 yards. But the stunt here, right, you have Sam McGuavin coming, take on both guys. The stunt right in his face forces Carson Wentz to roll it out. So close to getting another sack. So close to getting another sack there. And I actually have another play right after that he gets pressure again, but unfortunately, Javon Holland knocks out a potential interception. So on this play, we're going to look at 2 different people. First, we're going to look at the pass here, which essentially their receivers running a go route. We have to, cover 2. This is Byron Jones is covering the receiver. He's just essentially going to be running a go route. So at first we'll watch them, and then in the other angle we'll watch Jalen Phillips. You can watch Jalen Phillips, but I want you guys to focus on this play here because Javon Holland kind of messes this up. But also, you got to give Javon Holland a little bit of respect because he's on the left hash mark and he comes over and makes a play here. But you'll see, man, he's on him the whole time. He throws the ball up. Could have been an interception. You can't really see it. It's kind of grainy. But Javon Holland punches it out for Byron Jones, and I'm wondering if this hurt his quad. But we'll see it again from another angle. This is the angle I want you guys to see, because watch what Jalen Phillips does to 79. What Jalen Phillips does here is what causes an almost interception. And again, hypothetically speaking, if Jacoby Brissett makes the passes that were open, we are up 17-7. And at this point, we would have had an interception, because watch Jalen Phillips here. Watch him. Takes 79 and drives him. Just drives him into Carson Wentz, throwing off the trajectory of his throw, right? And you see here, Byron was going for the interception, but unfortunately the rookie also was going for the interception. Runs into him, incomplete pass. If he would have just let Byron do his thing, we all know that Byron isn't known for being a ball hawk, but actually now that I see it, the defender's hand's in there, so regardless, it would have been incomplete, or maybe Byron would have caught it. But what really got me on this play, and what, again, I can't stop raving about, is Jalen Phillips and just how disruptive he was. Again, I'm going to keep showing different plays of him, but look at him. He's just completely dominating 79 the whole game, and was always just seconds, not even, just so close to getting, his own sack instead of having to share one with Sam McGuavin, who also was pretty disruptive in this game. But again, just watch him just get around 79 and just so close. But again, him doing that is forcing the underneath passes instead of him going for these deeper passes. So again, a lot of people asking, hey, is Jalen Phillips playing? What's going on with Jalen Phillips? He's a bust. He should have had more sacks, yada, yada. Got to watch the trenches. If you want to look out for him, he's on the field. So this is the play that rubbed me the wrong way. It should have been offensive pass interference, and it should have pushed him back 15 yards. At this point, I don't think the game was out of reach. Again, we only had 3 points at this point. But again, in the universe where Jacoby Brissett throws it to the open man and actually plays more aggressive than he did, the Dolphins are winning at this point. But you have number 14 here. He's going to come in, and he's just going to stop right here. He's just going to stop right there. And then you have the tight end here, essentially on an out route. And it's a pick play. 100% pick play, 100% pass interference, 100% should have been called. So just to reiterate, last week against the Raiders, we don't get the defensive pass interference on an obvious defensive pass interference. And on this play, we don't get the offensive pass interference. And there's a difference between, I know I've heard people say it was a rub play. There's a difference between a rub and a pick. A rub is you're running your route and you kind of bounce into the defender, but you're still running your route. There is no running of this route. He stops and puts his hands down. And bulks up to stop him, to leave it open. That is a pick play. That is offensive pass interference, number 14, 15-yard penalty, repeat the down. And I'll show it at another angle. You can see he puts his hands down. He boxes him in. He's not running a route. He's not even trying to do anything. Straight up just boxing him in. So this is a 3rd and long. And again, at this point, the Dolphins are not doing well at all. I think it's 17-3 at this point. And you're going to have a play here with Jacoby. The first down's here. It's 3rd and long. This is after they tried to do the end around to Jakeem Grant, who completely got thrown to the ground. You're going to have Waddle, Albert Wilson running a curl route, and you're going to have Waddle go up, and he's doing a post to the sideline. Jacoby Brissett should have thrown it to Waddle here, and it would have been an easy first down. Now, he does get pressure in his face, and it seems like once he gets pressure in his face, he kind of gets disoriented. But at this point, you see the cushion you have with the defender, right? Albert Wilson's already running his curl. But again, the first down marker is at the 35. You see that Waddle is about to run towards the sideline. He has this huge cushion. At this point, throw the ball right here. Lead him into that pass. But he doesn't. He throws it here to to the wide open man, the easy pass. Heck, you even had over here. You had Gesicki over here, potentially. Should have thrown it to Waddle to get the first down. Maybe even more. But you didn't, and it wasn't. So this is the fumble play that essentially really put the game out of reach for the Dolphins. I don't think they still haven't scored a touchdown at this point. And Jacoby Brissett's going to fumble here. And if you guys remember the live stream, me and my dad were screaming. I'm not even going to show you the routes because at the point of him trying to throw it, everyone's pretty much still running their route. And turnstile at left tackle allows the defender in. But Jacoby Brissett does the good thing of shredding the tackle, right? What he doesn't do is, at this point, he's now running for his life and he's looking downfield. He has a receiver right here. Throw the ball. Just throw it to him. And that is where the players that trust their arm, the players that trust themselves, get that ball out and throw it for the first down here. And more. Potentially have a block here and more. But he doesn't. And he continues to run and continues to stare and he continues to run and then he fumbles. Should have just thrown the ball, man. You had him open. Just throw it. You were looking. You had your feet planted. Just throw the ball. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, and the last thing of me being super nitpicky about Jacoby Brissett, but I feel like I'm justified in all the things I'm saying, is the touchdown pass. The first touchdown pass, because we do score twice, and then not ever. It's going to be an out or a crosser, whatever you like to call it, from Gesicki. And he does get the ball to him. And he does have time in the pocket to get the ball to him. And he does have time to let the play develop. But my problem is, right, because he could have dumped it here. He could have dumped it right here. As soon as he dropped back, he didn't have to make his life difficult. And he didn't have to stress out too much, right? Right there. Boom. Right here. Right here. You drop back, boom. But he focuses on one guy he wants, and he doesn't stop focusing on that one guy he wants because he has it right here. Easy touchdown. You hit him right in the chest, boom. You're done. But, of course, he throws it, and he throws it. And I said this when I was watching the live stream. We are lucky that Gesicki can catch anything thrown his way. He also had Waddle here, too. So he had multiple touchdown options. But he's lucky that Gesicki can catch anything thrown his way because that is a horrible pass to him. He has to torque his body around to make the catch, and he's lucky that he did, and he's lucky we got the touchdown. But that is the film study from the Indianapolis Colts game. It's the usual with Jacoby Brissett, and I don't like harping on him, but it's just bad. And it's bad to the point where it did cost us this game because at some points the missed opportunities for scoring kind of put the defense in a hole because the defense, if you go back, gave the offense so many opportunities to keep the lead, to add more to the lead. Like there was some before they scored that touchdown, there were so many opportunities that the defense kept, taking the Colts out, taking the three and out, sacking it, and then it gets to the point where the defense tends to start to get tired. And you saw there, it's the same thing with the Raiders game, with this game, with Jacoby Brissett missing wide open guys, not doing their thing. And then I even showed the offensive line with the center getting blown back in the run game. The run game was kind of non-existent there. The bright spot, Jalen Phillips. I showed you how many plays of Jalen Phillips just being disruptive, having that high motor, the reason we took him at 18. So there is bright spots. And things can be fixed. If the quarterback played more aggressive, if the quarterback made the throws that were open, it's a bright spot, right? But the thing is, the quarterback's not doing it, and he didn't do it for 2 weeks. And is he going to do it for 3 weeks against one of the best teams in the NFL and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday? I doubt it. But there is a bright spot that it's not all on the offensive line. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the offensive line didn't play like garbage because how many of the plays that I show you that turnstile left tackle, that's his new name from now on, turnstile left tackle, allowed that defensive end just free reign on Jacoby Brissett, who had to step up or So I'm not saying the offensive line isn't the problem because, God, it is the problem. But also Jacoby Brissett not recognizing and realizing open receivers also hurt us. Also, I didn't show it, but the offsides, the fumbled punt, there's a lot that hurt us. And these all things can be fixable, except for the quarterback position. So hopefully when Tua comes back, he doesn't do what Jacoby Brissett does. But if he does, I will pick it out, and I will be scrutinizing the crap out of him in my film breakdowns. I am not a biased scrutinizer. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this game. Do you think that what I've showed you can be fixed? And do you think what I showed you with the right quarterback, we would have won these games? Be sure to comment below. And I will see you guys tomorrow with the preview of... No, tomorrow's the picks video. I have a schedule. I don't even remember. But I'll see you tomorrow with the picks video. But other than that, guys, like usual, stay classy. Offense up.